which is kind of, in my opinion, I feel like they may last a little bit longer. They look cool, and that's about it. And they have these brackets that hold them in place, because I know that was kind of a problem with my old ones. The old coil decided to twist and do all this unnecessary stuff. So
If that happens, it's because the spark plug wasn't bolted down correctly, or because the spark plug failed. That's usually what happens to them.
Yeah, I went through it, and I mean, I haven't had a problem when I replaced the coils. I kind of went through them and made sure they were all tight, and just did it once over.
Yeah.
But I just the main question.
Hey Google, turn the lights on.
I don't know if it's I mean, I may decide later because I still got this turbo if need be. But the coolant, like, if I did decide to do a coolant ball delete and I was just running an oil cooled turbo. The main reason behind that is because I don't know how to run the lines for a big turbo. But if I did just do oil cooled hypothetically and wanted
What's going on, everyone? Just listening to this guy right now, trying to help him out. So, just give me a moment.
That goes from, looks like the block into the Y pipe that goes into your reservoir and then into the turbo.
So the kit that we offer in my online store, it comes with the cap to block off that line if you don't want to use it.
That big line that goes into the Y pipe?
Yes, I have a cap that goes with that. It gives you an adapter to convert all of that, and if you watch the video on my online store, there's a video on my online store that walks you through the whole process to show you how to do it. And then what you need to do, though, you need to go to Napa and find a bolt to cover to block the hole in the back of the block where the coolant comes out of. Yeah. Besides that, that's pretty much it. My coolant delete kit and power steering relocation comes with everything you need to either block it off or make it a single line if you're going to go to a water cooled setup.
Yeah, because I was looking at it because I was curious because I wanted to see. I don't know. I think I thought about that for a second and I was like, wait, hold on. So I watched the video and I seen that you blocked off the Y pipe and just where it goes to the reservoir and you put that long. I can't.
Yeah, the other hose was there because we were still using we're still using a KO4, but now that we went to a Mamba turbo now, we still use that same exact hose, but we adapted it to the new turbo. But if you're using like my car, I don't have a water cooled turbo. I have just a oil cooled one. So what you do is if you go further back where the Y pipe is at, there's an adapter that I give you that you put a little cap on the end of it, and that way it just caps that entire line out of the way.
Yeah, it's like right by the oil dipstick, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, that's
So
the one I'm looking at. So
yeah, I give you the cap that you need with the clamp that goes on it, so you can delete that completely if you want to.
all right. And where are you from?
I'm in San Diego, man.
Huh?
I'm in San Diego.
Okay, so how much you've had people do this? I'm pretty sure you've had people send you motors or whatnot.
No, I buy the motor for them. So I go to the junkyard, I find a good motor. I don't look at the mileage. I never look at mileage because it's just stupid to look at. So I look for a motor that turns over, and then make sure that I pull the head off at the junkyard too. Make sure there's no cracks on the head. If it's good, then that's the motor I take home with me, and they pay me for the motor. You know, I don't charge them for the labor to pull the engine or anything like that. I just charge them for what the motor actually cost me. I take that home, I tear it down, do a full inspection on it, drop it off at the machine shop. I'll send you the bill for the machine shop so that you pay for that. And then we make a part list. You buy all the parts, you ship them to my house. So when you buy them, just have them go directly to my house. Don't receive them and then send them to my. You're just paying twice as much.
Yeah, stupid.
Yeah, no, and then I build the motor, and if you want, you're only in Colorado, so I'll deliver the engine for you. All I ask for is just pay for my gas and for my lodging, and that's pretty much it.
So where you're from, how much do the 1/8s typically cost? So
About $200 to $350.
Alright, that's easy. So I wanna stay in contact with you if possible because I wanna.
You got my number, man. You can call me whenever you need me.
Alright, I'm gonna try to. What do you think about? I'm gonna ask your advice on a lot about building this motor
No worries, man.
because, like I said, I'm still learning, and I'm not trying to act like I know everything, because that's why I called you, is to ask questions. And you're the only person that I know that knows 1/8 honestly better than me at this point, because like.
Well, one thing I'm gonna tell you. It looks like you're new to this, okay? So I need you to come in with an open mind. So when I say something, if you contradict what I say, this friendship will end pretty quick. I'm just telling you that right now. I'm very strict. I'm very strict when people listen to me. If you call me and you ask me for advice, please listen to the advice that I give you. If you decide to go a different route or just assume that you're going to go the right route, please, and I'm not trying to be offensive in any way, just don't bother me anymore if you're not going to listen to what I have to say or take any of my advice. Because number one, what people don't understand, I've been building engines for a long time. Number two, I work with people in the industry that build engines for even longer than I have, for 50 to 70 years. I listen to their advice, and that advice is what I'm giving to you. And when I say don't go cheap, don't cut a corner here or there, just please, I'm not going to say don't listen to me. Please listen to me. Question it before you. I recommend that you question it. Yes, please, don't take everything I say to a grain of salt, but don't contradict me every time I give you some advice, because this conversation will end pretty quickly, or me helping you will end pretty quickly.
No, I get it. I mean, I wasn't trying. If I wasn't trying to be contradicting. To be honest, like sometimes I come off that way. Sometimes I'm really bad with wording things.
Again, I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that. Okay. What I'm not okay with is that if I give you something, or give you answer your question, don't try to question it or argue against it unless you for a fact can for sure contradict that question for me. If not, again, I'm not trying to come off rude or being disrespectful in any way. I'm just, for me, I'm gonna give away as much time as I can to help you. Okay. So if you're gonna use some of my time to help you, please understand that I'm doing this for you, not for anybody else. Okay?
No, I get it.
Okay.
And that's why I want to go with you, or go through you for this motor thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Building my head, I'm sure I can handle the bottom ends. I'm not 100% sure, but trial and error, I guess. But the head is honestly what scares me. I've done a lot of research on the bottom end stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
And so you should. Bottom end, top end. They're easy. I'm just telling you that right now. They're super easy to do. There's nothing to freak out about. The thing is, if you Google something and you YouTube something, doesn't mean you know what you're doing. Okay? It's just you're learning from it. That's the whole point of my channel. That's the whole point why we're talking. You can pretend that you're a YouTube certified technician, but you're not. I'd rather just put it this way. I would rather you be more skeptical and afraid, okay, and question everything that I do and everything that you think of, but make sure that you do it in a very smart way, okay? What's going on, Mark 4 Wolf? I'm just helping out this guy over the phone right now. Just give me a couple minutes, guys. Go ahead.
Well, to be honest, when it comes to YouTube and stuff, don't get me wrong, I know I've watched videos and whatnot, but with the stuff that I know about 1/8, right now, typically isn't from videos. The secondary air injection I watched your video on, and that is something I learned, and that's kind of what started me.
Yeah, that's good.
Learning. But from there, honestly, I've just been. If I see something that I want to fix or see something I want to replace, I can tear it apart and try to learn hands-on.
Yes, that's what you want to do.
That's where I'm at.
But what you want to do is get yourself a Bentley manual, okay? You got one?
A Bentley manual?
Yeah.
I
Doesn't
think
sound
my
like you
dad's got
do.
all of them.
No. That's a Haynes manual. Very different. Very, very different. Get on the YouTube stream right now, and I'll link you my Bentley manuals. The Bentley manuals are pretty much step-by-step guides from for every single Mark IV engine you can dream of. So every single bolt that you need to know, every single bit of detail you need to know about these engines, and the different components that are a part of it. This book should be something you have on your phone, so when you're taking a dump, read it. When you're freaking on a break at lunch, read it. When you're doing something that's boring, open up your phone and read it. Because number one, this book will give you every single piece of knowledge you'll ever need to know about a 1.8T, VR6, a TDI, or even a 2-point slow. I'm not even kidding, man. I literally have a Bentley manual in my restroom. So when you guys ask me these questions, I sit there and read it.
Honestly, I laugh because just the way you said 2-point slow, it just made me laugh. So, I mean, but, this is one thing that I kind of want to tell you because now, I mean, obviously you know these cars. It's just kind of like somebody in my town. This one dude, my sister's ex-best friend was dating this guy. He claimed he knows all this about cars and whatnot. He posted on Facebook saying, what should he do, supercharge or turbo a 2-point slow? And everybody was like, turbo. Well, I pulled up to the tire shop that I got my truck lifted at to get new tires for my car, or to see how much they be. And he comes up to my car, starts trying to scope it out like he knows what he's doing, looks at the engine bay, he's like, fucking 2-point slows. I was like, bro, this is a 1.8. He's like, no, it's not, it's a 2.0. I was like, no, it's not. He couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, I mean, again, those are the people that, you know, they don't take a dump and read a Bentley manual. You know, and that's one thing. That's one thing that you're gonna learn very, very quickly. That don't worry about what others think, and don't worry about their knowledge. If they're stubborn and they don't want to learn, then don't waste your time. And that's kind of the thing I'm trying to give you the heads up on. Like, if you're stubborn with me and you don't want to learn, I'm gonna not give you the rest of my time to help you, because there's a lot of other people that I help on a daily basis, man. And I'm at work. What's going on, LaDon? I'm at work. I'll respond to every single comment on my YouTube page, on my Instagram, my Facebook, just to make sure that the community is being taken care of and the answers are answered correctly, or I send them to the right place to get the answers they need. But remember, if, again, you try to contradict or argue with me, I'm just gonna say goodbye in the nicest way possible, and then, you know, good luck, you know?
Yeah. No, I get it. And personally, if I, you know, whenever we talk again, if I do somehow come off like contradicting, or it seems like I am, just kind of let me know. That way I can fix it.
I'd rather you catch yourself. It's a little bit nicer when you catch yourself on doing it. That way, at least you're knowing that you're doing it. I'll call you one. I'll kind of hint with a little bit of attitude towards you, you know, and hopefully you get the point.
Oh yeah.
You know, but right now I gotta get. I'm actually working with the guy right now on my YouTube channel. So if you want to join in and comment and join in and make some comments, please do. Because it's always great to have other people on here to talk to and to bump ideas off of. But I got to get to work with my buddy Mike right now. He's in Florida, so it's really late for him, so I got to help him out as fast as I can.
No, for sure. I'll let you go, and like I said, I'll try to price check all this stuff. And
well, again, just join the live stream. You're going to see all the prices.
All right.
Join the live stream. You're going to see the shopping cart and everything that we're going to be doing.
All right. I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll look up your channel right now.
Yeah, just PincheAls Garage. We're live right now. Join in. Don't be afraid. What's your screen name for YouTube?
I don't know, to be honest.
Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it.
Shadow, I think.
Okay. Perfect. All right, join in.
So,
Join in the conversation. Just say, hey, it's me. I just talked to you. I just got off the phone with you. Thanks for tuning in, you know?
alright, for sure.
All right, man. Let's get this going. Also, on the live stream right now, I put the link to my my Google Drive so you can download the Bentley manuals.
Alright.
All right? That way you have it with you.
Alright, for sure. I'll definitely look into the 1/8 because that's obviously the one I'm learning about. So
Yeah. It's all, dude, all the information you can dream of is in that book.
I'll definitely give it a look because there's a lot of stuff I want to learn about this car that people can't answer me.
Yeah, that's what the Bentley manual is for. Cuz you know why? You know why it's better? It actually gives you the facts.
Yeah.
Versus what people are telling you.
Yeah, because what people tell you is hearsay. I mean,
Exactly.
So that's kind of why I don't really listen to too many people. If I ask a question on Facebook or something, I look at their answers and I'll kind of look at the one that's more realistic and do research on that answer and kind of come up with my own answer if that's not the right one, and it typically works. So
Yeah.
this is where I've been going off of. So
That's a smart thing to do. Is always it's a smart thing to do to always question something that you don't know, you know, and find the real answer. But now with the Bentley manual, you can guarantee your answer based off of that book.
Exactly.
All right.
Definitely
So
look at it.
join in right now because I gotta help Mike right now. All right.
Alright.
You got my number. Don't be afraid to call me. If I don't answer, leave a message or text me. I'm 100% willing to help you out, man. And if you want me to build you an engine, let's get on the pages, on the books, and I'll build you a motor, man. Don't worry about the cost for the labor. Just worry about the cost of parts and everything, and we'll get you taken care of.
Alright, for sure.
All right?
I'm in the shower right now, so
All right.
actually, I don't know if that's you in the camera, but
That's me. I'm the ugly-looking Mexican.
alright, I'll let you go.
All right, man. Later. He just won't let go. Right, Pasky? Oh, I love it. See, this is one thing I love about me having an open book and being able to help those in need. I'm not afraid to pretty much tell you what's on my mind because I want to make sure you get taken care of, you get the right advice, and we're all on the same page. So, Mike 4 Wolf, are you here, buddy? Sorry for the delay. It was a 30-minute wait talking to him. But I'm here to help you, buddy. Let's start shopping. So what we're going to do is shrink the screen over here. We got to open another tab, another browser, actually. I don't know why my cursor's like freaking out right now. All right, man. Awesome, awesome. Thank you again, Mike, for your patience. Because we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. We're going to learn a lot tonight. So let's start off with some shopping, right? Shopping is important. I love shopping. Let's see here. No, video capture all the way to the top. There we go. Hey, Pasky, this kind of shopping is way different than girl shopping. All right, way different. I'm not looking for clothing. I'm looking for car parts. All right, so always, don't go to ECS tuning. Go to Euro tuning first. On top of that, we want to go to integrated engineering. All right. First, I always go to integrated engineering first before I go anywhere else because IE, number one, I need rods from IE. We're going to need all the internals. IE sells all the internals that we need. Makes it easy for a one-stop shop for building a big horsepower or just a high horsepower engine. Okay. FCP Euro is another one. Yes. We will add that to our list. Good job. SCP Euro is definitely another one on the list. Not my main go-to source. All right, banging. It's kind of like FCP and Euro tuning is where I go to find all my odds and ends parts before anything else. Because number one, I'd rather get as many boxes as I can from one company. Because number one, shipping costs get saved. Number two, they'll ship everything at once. That way I just wait for one box to show up. If I got to get 2 or 3 other boxes, I'd rather pay for shipping for small boxes and just wait for those. Again, saving costs is kind of the biggest things here when we're shopping, especially for car parts. It's one of those things that we really have to be focused on. Quality, number one. Price, number two. And then how fast we can get the parts is number three. Okay? So, we're going to shop for parts. Obviously, it's going to be a GTI or a Jetta. It doesn't really matter. We're the same exact engines for a 1.8T. Mike 4 Wolf has a Jetta. Again, it doesn't matter if it's a... that's correct, banging. They do have lifetime warranties on their parts. But again, it's all about convenience. There we go. Okay? So, number one, we need rods. Because any high performance or any motor that we want to build for really, really good reliability, we want rods. So, we're going to go to engine build parts. First page to go to. So, since this is a 1.8T and it's from an AWP engine, we need to get 19 millimeter rods. So, 20 millimeters are the ones that came out in the older engines and Audi engines. So if you don't have one of those, don't even look at these rods right here. These are for 20 mil. We need 19 millimeter drop-in rods. So right here, 144.19 for 06A engines. This is what we're looking for. Okay. Now, if we're gonna go rifle drilled, we might as well do it. Rifle drilling rods. Add extra, another passage of oil to pretty much extend the life of your rods and your bearings primarily. It's all about keeping parts lubricated and cool. So if we can get more oil in places that don't get oil, why not? It's a smart thing to do. It's not that much more money. It's just $100 extra to get them done, and it's 100% worth it. So we're gonna add that to the cart. So right now we're at, whoa, we don't need 4. No, it's just $570. Why is that $2,000? Okay, I guess it's one set, not 4 rods. I was off by that. Okay, so that's one. So that's done. Now we need rod bearings and main bearings. Okay. So, for what's it called, for Mike? Again, we're not doing a super high performance, but we're gonna get something reliable for him. You got 2 options. You got calico coated bearings, or the Mahle Vanderbilt race rods. We don't need these bearings. These bearings are not necessary since it's going to be built for daily driving and not for a lot of racing. So I personally use these. These are phenomenal bearings. We're not going to oversize them. They're stock because we're going to make sure that everything stays stock. So add that to the cart. So these are the main bearings. Now we got to get rod bearings because they don't come with the rods that we purchase. But while we're here, here's the stud kit that we need for the head. So might as well add that to the list. They're out of stock, but again, we're just making a part list right now. These are super important whenever you build a high performance engine. You need to upgrade the head hardware, or the head studs. Now, a lot of guys, if you want to save costs or if you want to shave a couple bucks, you can go to ARP bolts. You save about $20 to $40 going that way. I don't like the bolts. They tend to be kind of iffy to me. I prefer the studs. They tend to be more reliable. They're 100% reusable. Same with the bolts, but I like that they're reusable. And number 2, they just are much easier installation process. Just hands down. So I always go this route. So we're going to go to the next page here. Now, we can Upgrade. Let's see here. Nope, nope, no. This is the cam gear. Where are the rod bearings? We need rod bearings. ¿Dónde están los rod bearings? What's going on here? I don't see the rod bearings. Oh, here they are. Ha! I just passed them. So, $94 for rod bearings. They're out of stock. We can shop around and find them somewhere else. Not a big deal. So now we got rod bearings, main bearings, head bolts, and we got rods. So that's pretty much it. You're gonna need piston rings. I don't know if they need them, if they have them here. You do need to upgrade this bolt here, just for safekeeping. The cam bolt is not necessarily needed, but we'll add it to the list. Again, this is all. Now these parts that we're adding are more optional, so it's up to you if you guys want to add it to the list, but it's not 100% necessary. Now, since we're gonna go building an actual engine for beyond 300 horsepower, we need valves. You cannot go past the 300 horsepower range without swapping your valves out. Now, if we're smart and we want to be affordable, we can swap valves. We don't need to do springs if we don't go beyond the 400 horsepower range. So we can save yourself about $800 just by going valves only. You can use stock springs and retainers and keepers, which is fine for under the 400 horsepower range, which when I was talking to Mike, that was kind of the goal for him. So let's, we can do Ferrera, but it's a little higher in price. Let's see if we can find some SuperTech. I'm a big fan of SuperTech. It's good stuff. And it's not very expensive. It's within the real price range for building some high performance blocks. But I don't see them. Did they pull SuperTech from them? No, because I see the valve. I see the springs here. I just passed them. See? I'm not paying attention, man. Not paying attention. Okay. So now there's a lot of options here. Okay, guys? We don't want to do any kind of custom work to them because we want to stay within the means of stock style builds, okay? I know it's kind of, what's the word? Contradicting to building a high horsepower, but SuperTech valves are super good for high heat. So when we're talking about horsepower, the more horsepower you create, the more heat you generate. So we want parts that can support that kind of heat. For this scenario, if you see the top of the list, triple grooves are what stock engines have. So their valves, the stem right here, right here on the top of the stem right here is what we call a groove. These right here are single groove. These are more for even higher horsepower applications. We're not going that route. We're going to triple groove, which again is for stock style applications. That way we don't need to buy keepers. We don't need to buy retainers or springs. It just saves us that extra money. So for these right here, for the intake side, you need 3, 6, 9, 12 valves in total. So we got to add that to the list. Okay. Oh, sorry. Add option. No keepers. We don't need them because we already have them. Okay. And then for the exhaust side, we're going to need, what is it? 2, 4, 6, 8 valves. So let's see. Intake, exhaust, stainless here. Triple. Okay. We're going to go with that one. And we need only 8 of these. All right. So now that is pretty much your entire engine build in a nutshell. Now that's not all your parts. Remember that. That's not everything. We still have other parts to swap out. Since I'm going to be building the motor, I'm going to want a new tensioner. I'm going to want a new chain. I'm going to want a new entire timing kit. We're going to want, obviously, all the seals on it. So we're done with integrated engineering's portion of the build. So for shopping cart, this is everything where you need to buy from integrated engineering. Now, if you don't want to go beyond the 350 horsepower range, you can get rid of the intake valves, okay? You can use stock intake valves, but you require exhaust valves, okay, guys? This is very, very important to understand that. Once we go past 350 horsepower, the intake valves need to change. They're not going to hold on. They're just going to break. They're just garbage after that. Exhaust valves, no go for 300 horsepower. You need to upgrade exhaust valves. They'll just burn up and just warp and just fail on you, okay? So, exhaust valves 8, intake valves 12, aka 20 valve. Done. This bolt right here, the IE ARP cam bolt, is 100% optional. Not required for your build. I always add it just for safety standpoints. It's not a super expensive bolt, but is a very, very important bolt to me. Okay? So, I always add it to the cart, but again, not necessary. This one right here, the ARP crank bolt. Now, if you're going to go beyond the 350 horsepower range, this is a much, much necessary bolt. Why? So your stock, the stock crank gear, pretty much, the bolt that goes on it goes on and stretches, but only goes and applies about 150 to 160 pounds of pressure, but it's a stretch bolt. So what happens with heat over time, especially under high horsepower applications, they can stretch even more and loosen up and strip the gears, or actually spin the gear itself. So when you use this bolt, it doesn't stretch. It's not meant to stretch. It's a forged bolt. So you put this on with, I believe, 35 or 45 pounds of torque with a quarter turn, and that puts over 200 pounds of pressure on that crank gear. So it prevents that gear from spinning under very, very high torque situations. So it's a huge safety precaution. Highly recommended. It's dirt cheap. For 50 bucks for a bolt to save your engine, that is probably the best insurance you can buy for your dollar right there. Rod bearings, since we are getting upgraded performance rods, it's smart to just go this route. It's 100 bucks, plain and simple. ARP main stud kit. What can I say? You need them. Studs are more important. I think studs are better than bolts, but that's my personal opinion. I can't guarantee anything about that. Main bearings, again, they're race bearings, but they're phenomenal for daily use and for race applications. So for high horsepower, pretty much applications, phenomenal product. IE rifle drilled rods, done. After that, we're at $571. Let's go to checkout just to show you guys here everything in total, so you guys can see the exact amounts here. Okay, all there, really clear to see, really simple, and makes sense. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna leave this window open and we're gonna go to FCP Euro and do the same thing, but at FCP Euro, we're going to shop for other parts that you traditionally just can't get. For example, gaskets, because IE doesn't sell any of that stuff. Just GLS. Okay. So we got to go to engine parts. Now they have an awesome timing kit here with everything we need. Really good price actually for 280 bucks. Let's open it up and see what comes with it. Yeah, dude, it's everything you need. $280 gives us timing belt, accessory belt, thermostat housing, valve cover gasket, cam seals. Pretty much that's everything we need besides a tensioner and a chain, we need a oil pump tensioner as well. So let's add this to the cart. This also comes with coolant. Again, we can modify this kit, but I think it's not going to get any cheaper than this, because most timing kits are like, without all this extra stuff, it's not. It is a lot more. It doesn't matter for this portion, Mike 4 Wolf. It does matter if we're going to be working on transmission side, but for this portion, Mike, this doesn't matter. Okay, hold on. Brian, what you want? Okay, I'm not going to answer any other questions. We're going to exclude that. So, let's scroll down. That's all going to be his responsibility. I'm not going to worry with that. Don't care for that. Let's keep going. There we go. Crankcase. This is important because there's one gasket that we need a shop for. If I can find it. Nope. So we got to get this one for sure. We need this part. $1.29. Can't argue that. Yes, they do, but do you pay for the shipping back? Do you need a warranty done? Yeah. Let's see. We need the other one. I forgot that it's a crankcase. Here, I think it's this one. No, but we're still gonna need that anyway, so it's good to have it. It's a very specific gasket. Looks like a big old square. Ay, ay, ay. This guy right here. Oil filter adapter gasket. That's what it's called. There we go. That's expensive. Oh, that's OEM. Let's see here. There we go. $4. Much, much better. This is how, again, this is how we shop for parts. We need an oil pickup tube. Oh, spelled that wrong. Right here, the O-ring for the oil pickup, 69 cents. Cheap. Let's see what else is there. Oh, we need head gasket. All right, so there's an entire kit here. Now, Erling is one of the best. Same with Victor Reigns is a very, very good kit. That's pretty much OEM quality stuff, guys. So you can go OEM, which is $100 just for a gasket, or we can do an entire kit. I love these two brands. I cannot argue these brands at all. Victor Reigns is half the cost, and it has everything we need. Yeah, it has stem seals, half moon, cam seals, valve cover, head gasket, intake, and exhaust gaskets. This is phenomenal price. This is no reason for you to buy this. This is perfect. So the next thing is we need a cam chain. Not the tensioner. Ooh, what's going on here? Here it is. Timing chain. I guess they're calling it a timing chain. We need this right here. The oil pump chain. We also need one of these. So let's see. I use this brand a lot. So let's confirm that this works with the 1.8T. This does not have a specific fitment. Here we go. Yep, this works for 1.8T, so add to the cart. This is also, we're going to need this, so it's $6. Can't argue that. There's one cheaper here. I have this tool, so I don't need to buy that. We already got this. Now this part right here, this is where it gets really, really expensive. This is $1,000 for the cam chain tensioner. For an OEM one, we're not going to spend that kind of cheese. $158 seems a lot more reasonable. Let's see if there's any other options. So nope, this is where we're at right now. So we'll add this to the cart. We'll probably have to shop it somewhere else because they don't have it. It won't let us add it to the cart, even just for pricing. But we're trying to stay within this price range. This seems a lot more reasonable to begin with. So let's see where we're at for gaskets. So we're at $373 in total, not including shipping. So downside is we're going to get some duplicate parts. And it sucks because some parts you can buy separately. We're going to try to buy it separately and see if it saves us some money. But for example, the head gasket kit here is $47, okay? That comes with stem seals, half moon seal, that we really need because it doesn't come with this kit right here. Let me confirm it, but I don't see it. Oh, it does. It actually does come with it. Interesting. It's right here. It does come with it. So, ooh, I am extremely curious now here. Let's see if we can get a head gasket and stem seals. Let's see what that costs. Huh, you can't buy a head gasket by itself. Not with them. Let's see what ECS Tuning offers. Interesting, Zero. Yeah, Delusive, I've never had any problems with aftermarket ones. I just gotta be questionable about their pricing. You know? See, okay, so $80 from Euro Tuning in comparison to $47 for the exact same head gasket kit. So double in price at Euro Tuning. So that's not good. But let's see if they have just the head gasket. Ooh, they have this right here. This looks really good. I gotta look at this. So they give you rods, rod bearings, piston rings, but studs. Yeah, no. Nope, don't need that. So I can get a head gasket from Victor Rins by itself for $39. Okay, $39 just for this head gasket. Let's see what this part costs online, just in general. 27, 20. Yeah, it's pretty stupid to not buy it in a kit, honestly. Because it's $47 as a kit. And it's $39 by itself. So, personally, that's not a really good price. FCP Euro's got the price right now down. That's pretty much the way that's going to go. FCP Euro. I'm not paid or sponsored or anything to these guys' websites. This is where I do all my shopping, period. I was going to look at that one, Pasky. Give me a second here, because cam chain tensioner. So this brand right here, $249. I don't know. That's kind of scary. Same with this one, $149. It's kind of scary. I never even heard. They don't even have a brand. It's got Batmic. I have no idea what Batmic is, but this guy right here, this is actually the one I run in my car, and this is the one I run in Ian's car. They work phenomenally. They're really good, and for the price, you get more gaskets. You know? So, actually, this kit I can get from AutoZone for probably about the same price. Oh wow, Delusive, yeah, thank you. I run this kit right here on my car and Ian's car. So I can tell you right now, it works, and it works very well for the price. They don't offer it here, so maybe if I use the part number on their website, it might work. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, they don't have it on their website. So, I mean, you can get it from here, or Mike 4 Wolf, I can order this one directly from AutoZone. Probably for a lot less, too. So, we'll add that to the total just to be a part of it. But that's everything. That is officially everything we need. Excuse me. To build your engine. So, where are we at for the price? Let's try this out now. Don't need this. Close that down. Don't need this one. I need that one. All right. So we got everything here. So we got timing kit, O-rings, all the O-rings that we need, gaskets, head gasket kit, chain tensioner. The oil pump tensioner. We need this cam chain tensioner. And that's it. But don't order this through here. I can order this kit through locally for a lot less. So let's factor that in. So if we calculate this for pricing, let's add all the totals really quick. From IE, 1474. Now keep in mind, this is no shipping is calculated. This is just parts in general, okay? From FCP Euro, and pretty much from, let's assume that I can get this for 150. So we're looking at $2,000 just for parts. That'll build you pretty much a 400 horsepower engine all day. So there we go. You have it. What do you think, Mike? What do you think about that price? I think that's pretty fair. Plus the machine shop work. The machine shop work should run us about $300 to $400. So for literally $2,500, you got yourself a 400 to 500 horsepower engine all day. I don't know about you. Oh wait, and plus the cost of the motor. So I don't know about you, but that's a pretty killer deal. What do you think, Mike? That is correct, Pasky. And the good thing is, I have a block that's in someone else's car that we're gonna swap out, and it's gonna be just fine. So he's already in the golden portion of this. I'm pretty much gonna charge him the cost of the block that it would cost me to pull one from the junkyard, but I already have one. That way, I have another block already in my garage, so it'll save him a lot of money, and it'll save us time, too. And then once it's all done, I'm going to deliver it in person. Because it'd be cheaper for me to actually deliver the motor to him than for me to ship it and then fly out there. Hell yeah, Delusive. That's freaking dope. I love that. Let's do it, Pasky. Why not? Dude, I would love to drive to Canada and drop off this car engine for you. Oh my God, I would love to do that. Especially meet you, Miss Hollywood. And I'll bring my family down too. We got passports. That'd be so much fun. You can show me around too. So here's the part list. Again, Mike, see it for yourself. Pay attention to everything you see here. Make sure you order this online. Before you order it, send me a screenshot, man. I'll confirm everything correctly for you too. Okay? You can save some money by, like, say, not rifle drilling the rods. That'll save you $100. You can get rid of this part, the crank bolt. I mean, not the crank, the cam bolt. That'll save you another $40. Again, those aren't required. They're recommended. Okay. You can get stock rod bearings and main bearings. That'd probably save you another $100. Over here, I can't change anything about this. This is all necessary. So I can't cut any corners here. So I mean, you can cut about $200 more out of your total, which is not bad. So again, this is a pretty good shopping list, man. This will get you done, fully built, and then we'll have coolant. We'll have coolant with it, and then we'll be able to dump coolant, and then we'll put some oil in it. I'm gonna go visit you for a week. So we'll get the engine put in, we'll get it all running, and then we'll go do some break-in procedures, and then I'm going to leave it up to you from there. I mean, how much of a good deal that is, buddy. That's a pretty killer deal for you just paying for me to pay for parts and just pay for my trip there. I mean, I don't know about you, but that's pretty good. Again, this is the FCP Euro cart. I could probably scratch some of these prices down for you by ordering from locally. Again, not by much, but I can save you some money. So The first 10 minutes, Delusive, the first 10 minutes, you put conventional 2050 with zinc additive, okay? You literally just put 1 quart in and dump an entire bottle of zinc additive and then fill it all up until you hit your 4.8 quarts. Run the engine for 10 minutes, turn it off, and immediately drain the oil and inspect your oil. That's what's super important, inspecting the oil. Looking for any chunks of metal coming out. Now, if nothing comes out and you see a fine glitter coming out, you did a good job. Second oil change is 10 miles. But 10 miles using the car's, how can I say, its own stopping power. In other words, like a engine braking is what we call it. So wherever you are, wherever you live, you're going to put another quart, another oil change, a new filter, another 5 quarts, and half a bottle of zinc additive. And you're going to drive the car for 10 miles. But you need to find a hill super close. Go up a hill and put it in first gear and let it go down the hill. It's slowing down with its own power. No brakes, no nothing. Just let it go down in first. What's happening is that when you let it go down in its own power, we're setting the rings. That's what we're going to be doing. And that's the super vital important step during your braking procedures is ring setting. So when you go down a hill in first gear with don't give it gas, nothing. Just let it go down in its own power. It's going to pretty much build pressure underneath the rings and on top to set the rings pretty much straight. Because right now when you put them in, they kind of curl up a little bit. We need to fix that. And by fixing that, you create a positive and negative crankcase and it pressurizes it so those rings set properly. And you need to do that for 10 whole miles up and down a hill as slow as possible in first gear. Once you do that, run back home, put it back on stands, drain that oil one more time. Next step is the next 30 miles. This is after, so it's 10 minutes, 10 miles, 30 miles. You're going to run 1030 conventional oil, not synthetic. Synthetic does not play any role in this until the last oil change. You're going to run 1030, dump it in, go drive 30 miles, come back, new filter, new oil. When you come back, you're going to do 100 miles next. Okay? Again, drain, new filter, new oil change. You're going to stay on 1030, but you need to find semi-synthetic. Okay? Semi-synthetic oil is the next type of oil you need. You're going to put that in, new filter, run it for 100 miles. Done. Come back, change the oil. Your next oil change is another 530 semi-synthetic for 300 miles. Okay? Once you finish that, go home one more time. Pull the oil, drain the oil. Then you can put 5W30 full synthetic for 1,000 miles. Drain that. Okay? Do it again. 530 full synthetic for 2,000 miles. And you are officially broken in. Okay? Now the reason why this procedure is needed, this is for integrating engineering's break-in procedure. Okay? This is not for, what's it called, for stock break-in procedure. This is when you break in IE rods and all the IE hardware and all the other high-performance stuff. This is as per integrated engineering's instructions. So I did not make up this procedure. IE did. And I'm going to listen to IE because they build 1,000 horsepower engines. I'm going to listen to them. They're the people to listen to. Sorry. If you don't like it, figure it out your own way. I can only give you the information I was given. Alright? So hopefully that makes sense, Delusive. It's about $200 and something worth of just oil in like 2 months. So yeah, it sucks, but that is the deal of what you have to do. All right, so that concludes our shopping today with Mike for Wolf. You guys have any questions tonight? I'm all ears. Pretty much that's what we're here for, is to talk and figure things out together. So what's going on? Awesome, Delusive. Perfect. Here listening. I gotta answer some requests here. No. Don't need to worry about this. No. Okay. Let's see here. Hey, chance you can help me with a few questions. Let's see here. C.Merc23. Sure. Again, hopefully you guys learned something tonight. This is what we do. This is what it's all about, is the community. And this is how we do it. We brainstorm together. We help each other out. We give each other advice. If the advice isn't right or it doesn't seem right, double check it. You might be wrong or you might be right. I might be wrong or I might be right, but always question it. Always question it. If you're smart enough to know that you're wrong, then you're smart enough to figure it out, to find the right answer. I mean, that's how I work and that's how I live. I mean, where is it? Right here. All the answers you'll ever know for your Mark IV. Service manual. Not a Haynes manual. A service manual. Okay? These are way more important than any other book you'll ever own. And if you guys are here already, I'm going to give you guys the link. Hold on, Mr. Zonzo. So you guys can download your own service manuals here. That is the link to my Google Drive, guys. Download every manual. I got a ton of manuals in there now. So it will help and benefit a lot of you guys out there. So please use it to your own extent. It is free 99. Knowledge should never be charged for. This knowledge is for you guys. Come here, Papa. Give me some huggy. Oh, and by the way, man, Zonzo's hair, look at this. We got crazy hair now. He's got a lot more hair than I do, though. I got that widow's peak right here, so I ain't got a lot of hair there. But man, look at him. It's all the hair. Yep, we're almost ready to cut our hair off, by the way. We're going to cut our hair off at 8.5 inches to donate it to children in need. If you guys grow long hair and you guys want to be a part of this, me and my nephew here, come here. Come here. Me and my nephew here, we're donating our hair for charity. We've been growing our hair since last year, October or September. And we're almost ready to cut it off. You don't understand how much I am excited for this. But I'm extremely excited for this because we get to help someone in need that needs hair, huh, Papa?
Mm-hmm. So
And
you're gonna need hair.
I don't need hair. I'm old. I earned this Widow Peaks, Papa. This gray hair, I earned it with age. All right, get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning. Nope, not tucking in tonight. I tucked you in yesterday and the day before. So tonight, no tucking in.
Okay, then
Go.
I'm tucking in
Tomorrow. All right. Yep. So we're gonna stream that live when we cut our hair off. We gotta show people that this is for reals. We're doing this for real. I mean, this hair is ridiculous. I'm over it. You don't understand. I'm so over having long hair. I now have an even greater respect for women who grow long hair. Because, wow, it's so much work. Now, for some cool geeky stuff. If you guys are into geeky stuff. Number one. I don't know about y'all, but do you guys want a 3070 Ti? I'm thinking about raffling this off. I don't have a need for it. It's a 3070 Ti. I just bought it. Someone returned it at my job. I picked it up super quick. I'm thinking about doing a raffle for, like, say, 500 entries at $2 a piece. I paid $1,000 for this, by the way. I want to get exactly what I paid for back. So, I don't know if you guys are gamers, but I'm really thinking about raffling one of these off. I have one of these. I'm still within my return policy. I can get my full money back. But if I can help someone in the gaming world, I got one of these. And I also got one of these. I opened the box, but it's over here. I got a 6700 XT as well. I also paid $1,000 for it, but again, I'm in the market to pretty much get a gamer to get one of these or this one. I try to buy them because when they show up, I try to prevent scalpers to buy these or miners to buy them to get a gamer something good. I help out the community and the gaming community as much as I can as well. I mean, I'm not super involved in it, but I do the best I can personally. And again, this is something that if you guys are in the market for it, I paid $1,077 for it. So yeah. Yeah, $1,077.49. I just bought this 3 days ago, so again, I have full return on it. I can get my money back with no problems. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think I should raffle it off or someone buy it? Perfect, Mike 4 Wolf. Can't wait. I'm super excited for you, buddy. Ryan, I mean, do you want to buy it? You can buy it and I'll ship it to you. I don't know where you live. So you want me to raffle it off? I think raffling off would be cool. 500 entries at $2. Actually, no, I got to do a little bit more than that because that would only give me $1,000. So 600 entries at that give me. I'll make $200. I mean, I'll make $100 off of it. I mean, and you got a chance to win it for $2, I guess. I would see if I can do that. I gotta find out how many more people would do it though. I mean, let me post it, and if I get a lot of votes, I'm definitely willing to, you know, raffle it off. I have no gain in it, but if someone can win and get a card for $2, maybe, why not, right? Because yeah, it probably cost me like $30 to ship it too. So, or like $20. It's a pretty big box. It's a pretty heavy big box. Raffle. Yeah, Delusive graphics cards have gotten very expensive. 100%. For sure have gotten expensive. But they are leaps and bounds way more powerful than not that long ago, honestly. Yeah, I could do a free entry for Patreon members. Why not? You guys pay for it. But I won't change the amount of entries. So for maybe all the Patreons get a free entry, but I still have to meet 600 entries to pretty much be able to do it. Oh wow. Well, what's going on, Flame Broiled? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's really hot in my garage right now. It just hit 81 degrees in here. So I'm actually starting to melt. My armpits are a little sweaty. But I will post tonight if any of you guys want to do a raffle. I'm 100% down for a raffle. We have to figure out how it works. I can probably do it one way or the other. Maybe buy stickers from our online store. After buying stickers, then we just give them away. Well, whatever. I got to figure out the smartest way of doing this because it's not that easy to do. Because I have to really be smart in how we do the raffle. Again, it's not that easy. Hell yeah, buddy. You sent me a picture. I want to see that. Whew. So we've been live for 1 whole hour. It's been a while. It's been a very long time since I've done these live chats with you guys. I've been so busy too. There's been a lot of work. I've had a lot of work lately. You know, I'm excited. Ian's car. I forgot to upload that video, but if you guys watched today's live stream, Ian's car, we finished everything on it, but one thing, we ordered the wrong fuel injectors, and that's why we had so many misfires. I was so pissed. Ah, man. We kind of jumped the gun when we ordered fuel injectors, and we ordered them too quickly, and we just didn't get them right. So the car's still sitting in my driveway, but it's just fuel injectors. So literally 4 clips, pop in new ones, put them in, turn the car on, put the front bumper on, and he can ride into the sunset home. I mean, that is the ultimate goal for Friday or Saturday for his car, depending on how fast he gets the injectors to his house. So I guess you guys didn't read that or hear that. That's pretty much the new update that I have lately. Actually, I gotta post that. I don't know if he's trying to go for 400 horsepower, Ryan. I think he just wanted me to build him a really, really reliable engine that'll last him a lifetime, you know, another 200,000 miles. And all he has to worry about is everything else around it. Whew, excuse me. I gotta upload that video really quick. So Pasky, if you don't know, go to the Patreon page and vote. We are now currently working on what to do next. So I've been shopping for almost 2 weeks straight. I'm trying to find a reasonable, how can I say it, reasonable price range to build a high compression VR6. But due to tariffs and limited supplies on materials, what I could have done with $2,000 legitimately went up to $4,000 for a high compression motor. So now we're stuck doing, not stuck, but we're torn between going high compression or doing a big turbo VR6. Big turbo VR6s are a dime a dozen. Yes, I know, but it's actually a more realistic price build right now in comparison to doing a high compression motor. However, it's not my choice. Kind of like if you go back to the Patreon page, look, we're voting one more time to seal in concrete if we're going to do a high compression motor or we're going to do a big turbo build VR6. I did state my case that it is cheaper to go big turbo than it is high compression. But we all have to be realistic. This is not my choice. It's your guys' choice for the VR6 build. I don't make the decisions. I just want to give you guys one more chance to vote on it before we set it in stone. I don't want to, again, I'm not here to make anybody's decision. I'm trying to make an honest choice with the group. The whole point of Patreon is to have a democracy. That way we all vote and we all understand and we all make sense of how we're doing it. When we did, supercharge or turbocharge, it falls under the same category. Supercharging, though, is a lot more expensive. It goes up another $1,000 for a kit. I mean, it is something we can do. I'm not against it. 100% not against it, but I mean, maybe if we go turbo, when we build a turbo engine, then we can make a decision whether we want to go to turbo or supercharge. Because once you build the engine for turboing, supercharging or turbo falls under the same category. So that can be something we can discuss as we build before we buy parts for all of that. So I'm definitely, again, I'm open for it. I'm not against that for sure. I mean, I'm not against anything. I'm just more against time. Because the longer and longer we take building this car, the more people we can lose on Patreon, where we can no longer probably gather enough money to finish the build. And that's kind of my fear, because I don't want it to not... I don't want to lose... I don't want to lose this car to give it to you guys. I want to give this car to you guys. So, again, it's your guys' choice, 100%. Any other questions? If not, I'd like to call it a night. I'm definitely pretty tired and wet and sweaty in here. Oh, and you guys can see that hood back there. Guess who got carbon fiber? Al got a carbon fiber hood for Philbert. I'll bring it over for you guys to see it. Carbon fiber hood weighs like 30 pounds. This thing weighs absolutely nothing. Freaking dope. Ryan, actually this, believe it or not, the Euro community is super cool. I got this for free. I got this hood for free. The hood, a really good close friend of mine, Art, pretty much bought it, had it on his Mark IV for years. He sold the Mark IV and pretty much gave it to me for free. He didn't want it. He was cleaning his garage. He called me first. He's like, hey, do you want it? I'm all like, yeah. Yeah. That's right. Pasky. Awesome vote. Thank you. I don't know the brand. It's so old. He bought that hood in 2005, 2006, I believe. So yeah, it's pretty freaking dope. I'm gonna make him a bunch of shirts for him. Just being thankful, you know. All right, my 1.8T fuel pump fuse is blowing up when I open the key. Nice light hood. Inverter wires on the pump. If your 1.8T is how can I say, blowing up or blowing the fuse, you might have a clogged pump. I actually ran to that problem just recently, Caesar. The pump, when they clog, they pull more ampage and they start to blow fuses. So what you need to do to fix that, flip the wires backwards. Okay, turn them around. The pump will pump in reverse and push all the gunk out of the pump, and then flip them back immediately. That's it. No, they don't ground out. There's only 2 wires, and the wires are literally on the pump itself, and they're pretty far apart from each other. So more than likely, the pump is clogged. It's an extremely common problem with Mark IV fuel pumps. I had it for years. I couldn't figure it out. Deshworks from the fuel pump company, that's what they told me to do. I flipped them, and a bunch of gunk came out of it, and then solved the problem. I just scooped out the gunk with the little spoon, and that was it. It was pretty easy. Yeah, that's a phenomenal fuel pump, by the way, Caesar. It's a very, very good fuel pump. And again, more than likely, that's your problem. It's clogged. That's exactly what happened to mine. So put a new, put a brand new, yeah, pretty much click the connector the other way around. If you can't click it, get some jumper wires. Just put some like jumper wires in there and just flip them. It'll take you 2 seconds to flip them, and let it pump in the back ways. Just crank the car on really quick for like a second or two, and then that's it. Don't turn the car on. Just like crank it, and that's it. And it should dump all that junk out of there. A 24 valve VR6 passkey. Pretty much, not much, honestly. Pretty much head gasket spacer. I think we only need to do pistons, and that's pretty much it. And then just build the rest of all the internals. I mean, upgrade the valves. Let's look it up. Let's see. That's a good question. I'd like to shop for that, if you don't mind. You got time, Passkey, for shopping? All right, let's do this, girl. I'm actually I've never shopped for a 24 valve, so I'm very intrigued right now. I'm actually very curious what I can do with this. I don't know if IE sells them, but we're gonna see here. I don't think they do. I'll double check. I could be very wrong. Yeah, they only have them for VR for 12 valves. Here we go, here we go. What's special about these? I don't see any specifications on them. Oh, it's because it's a random website, that's why. No. I need to find out why. I know JE are forged pistons. I think these are just stock forged pistons. So for that, let's assume that's what we... I don't like to assume. I don't like it. I'm going to try a Euro tuning. It's hard to find performance stuff for a 24 valve because they don't need very much to go high horsepower. Now, for the 300 plus horsepower range, there's not much we need. I just got to find it for you. That I do know. See, these are high compression here. This brings the compression up, I believe, 1. So typical 24 valves are 10 to 1. Engine block. Pistons, here we go. So 11 to 1, 11 to 1, 11, 3 to 1. This is what we need here. We gotta drop it down to 8 to 1. Now, we don't need a head gasket if you go this route. Because 8 to 1 is really low. That's actually perfect for turbo applications. with a stock stroke, stock crank pretty much, and stock rods. But yeah, this will be what you need for. If we don't go to head gasket spacer and we just do this, this will drop your compression without changing pretty much anything else. The cheap way of doing it is head gasket. Spacer. We're going to find a spacer. That one we have to Google. Make sure it's 2.8 liter because the 3.2 is very different. That looks super sketch. That seems proper now. So yeah, this is what we're looking at for a proper head gasket spacer. So it goes from 10 to 1 to 9 to 1, which is really good. It's cheap. It's half the cost of doing pistons. Dropping compression is what we need when you turbo a VR6. Ideal, you want 8 to 1, but 9 to 1 is still very, very good for boosting low boost applications. Because what we do, we want less volume. I mean, less compression because we increase volume. So by increasing volume, we make more power. Bam, power. Pretty much up the boost. So if you did this spacer, comes with the gasket and the actual spacer itself. Which is actually very, very good for the price. At $434 is, I think you can't argue that right now. That and then pretty much everything you need for building a motor, just all your general build parts. So for pretty much a VR6, we're going to want head studs for the 24 valve, which is not cheap. We're probably going to go FCP Euro for this because, man, Euro tuning is a little pricey. I didn't know Euro tuning went up in price so much. Ay, ay, ay. I guess everything was done. Okay. So we need number 1 head gasket. Hopefully, oh no, not head gasket. We need a. Ay, ay, ay. Not that. We already ordered that. We need we might have to order the head gasket set. Yeah. Because it'll probably be cheaper. They'll give us all the gaskets we need for the top. We'll just add it to the cart. Oil cooler. We need that one too. Let's see what else is there. Again, I haven't done a VR in a while, so a 24 valve. So Rod bearings right here, $55. Only ones they make is $252 for this car engine. Interesting. I'll shop somewhere else, but I'll put that on the list. Let's see. Oh yeah, timing kit. Yeah, this is actually a good brand. Not cheap, but let's see what comes in the box. Yeah, everything we need. Guides, hardware, bolts, everything we need for it to properly install that. The sealant we don't really need. I mean, you can buy sealant. Oh, see, this one doesn't even come with the hardware. Yeah, this only comes with all the parts but no hardware. For that engine, I would not do that. No. Yeah, I would probably do this kit right here. And then pretty much your turbo setup, but I mean, that's what you're going to shop around for after that. That's pretty much it. There's not much. Let me take off all the other stuff. So for gaskets and stuff, you're looking at $800 plus your head gasket spacer for that, and then you'll be set. So $800, you're looking at what? $1,200. If you want to go the extra mile, don't do the head gasket spacer, and then do these, because these give you an 8 to 1 compression ratio, which is what you need for pretty much turbo applications, but you're looking at an extra $400 on top of that. So $1,200 to $1,400 is what you're looking at for an entire build, not including the machine work that you need. So you're looking at $2,000. Not bad, Pasky, for a full 300 plus horsepower VR6 turbo build. Not bad at all. I'm liking that price. What do you think? Yes, these are stock compression. Yeah, no, it's a pretty good price. It's a really realistic price for a 300 plus horsepower pretty much VR6. But you still got to factor in all your turbo stuff. You're going to need to do, obviously, a custom intercooler. You're going to need a custom exhaust. You're going to need, the manifold isn't that bad. For a 24 valve, you can do, Jesus, that's expensive. Yeah, don't worry, we'll get a lot cheaper than that. The problem is I got to find you a 24 valve. That's hard to find here. So right here, this will be the manifold you would get if you're on a budget. Right here, this will be the manifold for your car. $200 for your turbo. It's going to be a T3 style mounting. You can get a ball bearing turbo with no problems. I mean, if you shop for a good turbo, all your other stuff, you're looking at about another $4,000 or $5,000 to get your whole car done, and you'll be again, like at $6,000-7,000, you'll have a 300 to 400 horsepower VR6 that will be beast for a daily, beast. And I'd come down and do the installation for you too. I'd love to come down and do it for you. That'd be such a fun DIY. Look at this too. This is a pretty much a head gasket spacer. This is a 8.6 to 1, so that's really, really low. And that's only 140 bucks. That's really cheap. Holy crap. So there you go. Oh, and the hardware. Oh, forgot to add this to your total. Add another $300 and something. Sorry about that. Not too shabby, Pasky. 3.2 liter would be cool, but it's not much more power. I mean, it's really that much more, not much more in horsepower for going to turbo. I mean, most people just do the 2.8s, 24 valves, and just turbo them because you can make a gobble ton of freaking power. Now I gotta find you one, which isn't hard because they came in a lot of different cars, so we can probably shop around and find you a 24 valve VR6. And again, it probably cost me about $300 to $400 to get you one. I gotta just keep shopping until one shows up, and then go from there and pull it. So I'm gonna call it a night. It's already 11 p.m. here. It's probably a lot later for a lot of you other guys. Hopefully you guys learned something tonight and enjoyed tonight. It's a lot of fun talking to you guys and learning together. But thank you. And as always, here at PincheAls Garage, we're gonna break, we're gonna fix, and we're gonna repeat, because that's what we do here. And as always, if you see another Deborah on the road, give them a thumbs up, give them a deuces, respect one another, and be safe out there, everyone. Peace out, and have a wonderful day and night. Later, Pasky, and everybody else that was watching. Peace out.